When we were kids, we root for the heroes to win and defeat the bad guys. But as we age, we start to have this irrational attraction towards the villains. So, what changed inside us fundamentally? Is it out from pure sympathy? Like we somehow sympathize with the villain as we realize the tragedy of life? Or is it something deeper inside us that's crying out for expression? Our darkest and primal drives hidden deep into our unconscious that we happen to project into the villain or the anti-hero. Let's start with a definition. Anti-hero is a protagonist of a story but has the exact values of the archetypal hero. The archetypal hero is brave, almost tragic, sacrificial love, and the anti-hero is the exact opposite. The anti-hero is selfish, unaware, a coward, a nihilist, and to the extremes they're ideologically possessed or has a god complex. Just about any toxic traits a human being can have. I'm gonna explore the psychopath kind of anti-hero, like the anti-hero who commits genocide to further his or her cause. And as an example, it would be the Joker, Light from the anime, Death Note, etc. But this is not a character analysis of a specific antihero. This will be just a brief exploration of the fundamental irrational attraction of the antihero character. So I had a phase in my life where I was obsessed with the antihero and I didn't know why. Something inside me was itching as if I was possessed by a spirit. I can't seem to figure out what this instinct was, and I had no choice but to hit its demand. Unlike a pee that I've been holding for hours, I feel that level of relief whenever I watch these kinds of films. So why? It took me months to years to figure out what was happening inside me unconsciously, but what happened was a deep primal instinct inside me was trying to manifest and express itself through me, begging to be integrated into my character. And it was the anti-hero in me, or in mythological terms, the monster in me. I really don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me neurologically, but I gotta say what I experienced objectively. So, what I'm about to say is a taboo and weirdly disturbing to some people. So, if you don't want to talk about stuff that will make you question your fundamental beliefs, then you should probably stop here now, or maybe I'm just underestimating people in general. But, anyways, so I have an instinct in me that likes aggression for the sake of aggression. I can see it manifest in other people through the love of extreme sports. People are projecting their need for aggression through watching extreme sports and action movies. So whenever I am in pain or I am mad, that instinct overrides me. May it be through use of hateful speech intended to wound someone deeply or just pure force like slapping or punching and kicking someone. I'm afraid of myself when I'm in pain because chances are high that I'll get violent. And my only recourse when I'm really angry and I'm really in pain is distance. It's really scary. I am really scary. These instincts are older than my ego consciousness. It has evolved over millennia and it's very much powerful than me. I have no choice but to regulate it. Somehow I need to balance myself relative to other people and to my values and constantly reflecting on myself whether I did something wrong or people did something wrong to me. Because an attack can really be subtle, like manipulation or lies, betrayal. If someone is pissing me off or I'm not really comfortable with that person around me, through gut instinct, my best recourse should be distance. My reason serves as a prison for my instinct. It inhibits my instinct, not in an authoritarian way but in a friendly way. Because whenever my reason tries to undermine my instinct and assert superiority, chaos ensues within me. It's really effing weird. So that is why my reason acknowledges my irrational as a force in its own right. So they stand side by side to ensure peace. if that makes any sense at all. So when I'm in pain, I lose my reason and the oldest biological system within me override my ego consciousness. That instinct within me is an independent force that has a will on its own. The hardest part of it was when that instinct is directed to me. In other words, when I'm angry at myself. This usually happens when I'm taken advantage, when people disrespect me, etc. And I just stay quiet and let it be. Because the idea of putting others first before me was drilled in me since I was young, because I was raised and surrounded by people with altruistic values. That is selfless kind of value, and that instinct is an individual instinct that puts my own interest over the others. So when I don't adhere to it and let others impose their will on me, I get mad at myself and I just want to explode because I don't want to hurt myself. But it's a very terrible mental anguish. That is why I tend to prioritize myself over anything and expect other people to do that too. Imagine if everyone is attending to themselves, not in a crude way that you'll inconvenience people for your desires, just a matter of priority, a mindset that puts yourself over the others. When everyone does that, then you don't have to worry about anyone else. I don't mean to say that we don't need anyone, it's just a person is taking care of itself like it should be. And in result, that person has a lot of love to extend towards other people because he or she is in harmony with oneself. I hate this fact, but the ego, or me, is really small and ignorant in comparison to the biological system within me that has evolved over millennia. This might be disturbing to some people, but I don't think we have free will. The existence of our instinct alone already negates that argument. Well, maybe another argument is yeah, I can still choose not to adhere to my instincts. Well, it's literally like saying I can choose to cut my legs. They're part of us, and they're very old and ancient. I say this with utmost fear and gratitude. When someone says that, well, maybe we have free will, but it's just constrained. I don't think so. Because by definition of free, it shouldn't be constrained. So it's contradictory to put constrained and free together. So the anti-hero, as I said, represents a primal instinct within me and all of us that's begging to be manifested. And every time I watch the anti-hero, something inside me says, that's me. This is a weird topic and hopefully I disturb you in any way, shape, or form. There's a saying that goes, with immense knowledge comes immense suffering. Not verbatim, but something like that. I think it was Ecclesiastes from the Bible. And I'm not a religious person. I'm just interested in religion and philosophy in general. So let's suffer together. That's that for this video. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. So tell me what your thoughts are. I would be really glad to talk to you about this. Lastly, if you like reading webcomic or webtoon, I'm creating one, and it's my main project. The title is Land of the Gods, and webtoon tapas webcomics. Genre is fantasy, action, romance. It's basically about a cursed young prince carrying immense power, but along with that, immense suffering. Will he transcend the curse and be the leading force of goodwill, or will he succumb and lay bloody destruction in his wake? Read now to find out. The link is on the comment section. Yeah, see you there. I noticed the first chapters are kinda dragging because I like slow paced storytelling, but feel free to give me feedback. I will highly appreciate it. So yeah, that's that. Thank you for sticking by this far. Have a nice day and nice life in general. Bye. See you until the next video.